Trade and the Farm Bill. Congressman Adrian Smith talked issues this week with a stop in Kearney. NTV's Alex Whitney reports.
While there were several topics discussed, the conversation mostly centered around trade and the progress that Congress has made negotiating with Japan.
Well, President Trump sat down and began discussions with Prime Minister Abe from Japan, and this is a fantastic first step. And this would be great for U.S. agriculture, more specifically Nebraska agriculture, and given the intensity of the products that are produced here in Nebraska that tend to be pretty popular in Japan.
Nebraska agriculture was also a popular topic at the meet and greet, with some asking questions about the Farm Bill that still has not made it out of committee.
Well, the Farm Bill is still in the conference committee, and then there seems to be an impasse on a few issues. But I'm hoping that we can get this resolved. I don't think producers should see any interruptions anytime soon, but still, we need to get this work done and get beyond this impasse. And both sides need to come together and get this done.
Some in attendance at the event were critical of Smith, particularly how he has handled his re-election campaign. Concerns about the lack of a debate between Smith and his opponent Paul Theobald were brought up.
Excuse me, by saying that the country is run by those who show up. I think that's really important, and I just have to ask, when can we expect you to show up for a debate with your midterm opponent, Paul Theobald?
Neither campaign has been able to reach an agreement on a time or place for debate, with neither candidate accepting blame for the disagreement.
I don't see that happening, and it's unfortunate that the negotiations did fall apart. But I entered those negotiations in good faith, and it's disappointing that they did fall apart.
As the election nears, we are talking with all the candidates for the major offices, including challenger Paul Theobald for Congress. NTV's Sarah Kirkley has more.
And let's first talk about, I know the Farm Bill is kind of in limbo right now. What do you see as the sticking point? What should be done to move this through?
I think it needs a lot of work. There are, most of the attention is focused on the SNAP issue, and that's an important one, but I'm more concerned about some of the other things in the bill as it affects producers. The House version, as you know, didn't or took away all the kind of common sense restrictions on price protection dollars for the largest operators. This is, of course, very bad for smaller and medium-sized operators. But even more troublesome, I think, is the opening the door for vertically integrated corporations to tap into programs that were meant for family-run farms and ranches. Even tap into conservation dollars, which is, again, troublesome. It very much begins to look like this administration is in favor of vertically integrated corporate farms as opposed to family farms and ranches. So I think the bill needs to look quite different on those scores.
So would you rather they kind of put their heads together and come up with something completely different, or try to get something through at least so we can get some certainty for farmers?
Well, I would, if they're not going to have a more robust safety net for all classes of farmers, then I would just assume that they scrap it and go and start again. Because we absolutely have to have that in the 3rd district. We can't afford to be losing our small and medium-sized operations that will affect our Main Street businesses, and we'll just continue down that constant road of rural depopulation. That's, of course, why the 3rd district just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's because we keep losing population, and somebody's got to step up and stop that. That's why I'm running.
So which candidate do you support? Adrian Smith, Paul Theobald, or are you undecided? Follow Grow on Twitter to answer our question of the week. Later, how you can fuel the cure when you gas up with ethanol. And up next, we see our harvest forecast.